Hi everybody, it's Patrick back from Mercedes-Benz Burlington. Thank you so much for tuning in yet again. Today I bring you the 2024 EQB 300. A couple benefits to this model, and it's brand new for 24, so let's take a closer look. Now you're probably thinking, why did Patrick say an all-new model for 24? We've heard of the EQB before. In fact, we've done videos of the EQB models. What I'm saying is the 300 is all new for 2024. The EQB 300 is actually replacing the EQB 350. So now we have the 2024 EQB 250 and we have the 2024 EQB 300. Few reasons I think they did that. Number one is when the EQ models came out, there were a higher price point than some of the equivalent models from Mercedes-Benz. By bringing out the 300, they've lowered the base MSRP substantially, and that allows it to qualify for government incentives. So now the EQB 250, which is the front wheel drive, and the EQB 300, which is this one, which is brand new for the year, both qualify for those government incentives. It also gives you the benefit of a lower price point for the same model. So the 350 was the exact same size and had pretty well the same creature comforts, but it was a higher, substantially higher, I think over $5,000 more, not including that you also could not get those government incentives with the 350. Let's go over some of the updates on the look. They've changed a few different components on it, but it's pretty well the same model from last year. I want to show you the front grille because that's what really speaks to me. Looking at the front of the grille, the first time I saw the EQB, I didn't like that there was such a big piano black covering on it. I actually said, oh, it looks clean, it's better than a grille, but then I'm like, it's kind of missing something. So I really like that they did the Mercedes-Benz star elements across here. Looks very, very sharp. They haven't found a solution for that 360 camera yet. So this one is not equipped with a 360 camera. If it was, it would be in this little pocket here, still not centered under the star, which I feel like they need to do something where it pops out or something like that. This one does have the AMG line with night package, so you do have all of the gloss black elements. Beautiful. And then being a non-AMG model, you do get the Mercedes-Benz crest here on the front with the star, as well as the center star in the center of the vehicle. Like I said, you do have the AMG line with the night package, and you can see the gloss black trim around the windows and the mirror caps, as well as throughout the back. There's only a few packages for the EQB. So there's an exclusive trim. There is still a technology package, which only gives you a few features, the driver's assistance package, and then that AMG line. With those four packages, you pretty well have everything across the map. Something else that's nice about the 300 are there are more standard features than the 250. In the 250, you do have to equip things like the panoramic sunroof as a standalone option. On the 300, that is standard, so that's on this vehicle as well. Very versatile trunk space. I've been saying that for years because the EQB shares the same sizing as the GLB. Inside the back, you do have the tonneau cover that pops out if you need it to. You also can pull this and have everything shaded like groceries and your personal items that you won't be able to see through the back. The windows are tinted from factory, but you can still obviously look through and see it. Because it's an electric, you do get your level 1 charger with a nice cool bag for it. Underneath here, you have a little bit of extra storage space, and then they come with a factory carpet to go over that as well. You can fold down the seats 60/40 or the middle pass-through or everything completely flat, and you do get a lot of ceiling space with that, so you can load a substantial size box into the EQB when everything is folded down. Something of note for the EQB is it is the smallest Mercedes-Benz SUV that you can get a third row seating package, so you can actually get 2 additional seats back here because you have the ceiling space to do so. Obviously it's going to be a bit of a smaller seating, so not a lot of leg room, a little bit of limited head space, but it is great if you have some extra children or you just want some seats that if in case you're in a pinch or something like that, you can have that as well. So it's not an expensive thing to do. You typically do have to order from factory to get that because most people do want a little bit of trunk space. That deletes your trunk space to about the back window here, but it is something cool to note because technically it is our smallest 7-seater from Mercedes-Benz. Like I said, great space in the back here. So I still have tons of leg room. The seats are actually pretty far back and I can still stretch out, but what is most important for this vehicle for me in terms of space is that ceiling height. The only thing that would be on a similar platform in an SUV would be the GLA, no EQA as of yet for Canada, but that has substantially less headspace. So in this I have tons of space with the panoramic roof, which I would recommend getting. It feels very spacious in here, and then like I said, you can still fold down the seats all by themselves. So in here you have the little pull pieces. You can actually fold down just the middle piece if you need it to, and you can still have two people sitting here comfortably as well. So we've driven the 250 front wheel drive, not bad. We've driven the previous EQB 350 all wheel drive, not bad. This is the 300 and it's an all wheel drive as well. I like the appointments on this one. They have facelifted just a couple items on the inside. We've got the new steering wheel, which is beautiful on all of our models here. This is the sport one, so when you get the AMG line, you get this steering wheel, which is beautiful. And in the 300 you have some more standard features, so we do have the panoramic roof in this one as well, and then some nice, you know, Mercedes-Benz level appointments in here as well. So we do have the two-tone seat with the red stitching on this one, and we have that new star pattern trim. What I like about the star pattern trim is you can get two different ones. You can get this one, or you can actually get one that's illuminated as well. Beautiful to see kind of the backlit display, but you do have the ambient light with 64 different colors in here as well, so you don't necessarily need that. At night you'll be able to see beautiful different levels of colors in here as well. I just want to see how this handles on the turns. Yeah, just instant power, handles well. I would say I would recommend the all-wheel drive being in Canada. I think it's peace of mind. It does come at a little bit of a higher price point than the 250, but I think there's value in that. And the other thing is, you know, all of the vehicles are range optimized models. So the tires, these ones are Pirelli tires on this model with the AMG line, but you can get a few different appointments. There's 4 or 5 different wheel options on this specific model. But it's funny because when you get winter tires, it does change the range a little bit. So you have to be mindful of that. And I think an all-wheel drive component just gives you better peace of mind than a front-wheel drive. The new advertised numbers, I know what everyone's thinking, what's the range, what's the range? Right now I'm at 280 kilometers at a 93% charge. I did just put my foot down a little bit, so that will actively change. It's saying the max I'll get right now is 310. I think the published number for the EQB 300 is 330 kilometers. So, you know, enough to do your daily commute, enough to do kind of your in-city driving. You would have to charge probably every night, but you know, not a bad range for a small little car like this. I think in the 350 you could get closer to that 400 mark. I did deliver a vehicle that wasn't fully charged, and the range, because I was with the client, was 370. So the range is a little bit less than this, but it comes at a substantial price decrease. So if you think that you're not going to utilize, you know, over 250, 300 kilometers a day, then you'd be very comfortable in this car, and it drives quite smooth. Something I like about, I've been driving a lot of the E-Performance models lately, but something I like about the non-E-Performance is, you know, Mercedes-Benz focus on two things: range comfort and then performance. And those don't necessarily go hand in hand. When you look at a regular daily driving SUV like the EQB, it's the comfort. So it's whisper quiet in here, it's very easy to drive, it's instant power, and it's just a smooth feeling vehicle. You don't lack any performance, but it's not like you have engine noise or any manufactured noise coming through the vehicle. Even with that AMG line, it gives you all the sport appointments on the outside of the vehicle and some on the inside as well. But that's just what it is. It's all of the look of AMG without getting any of the performance or engine changes in the platform. So in here we have the EQ menu. So my charging is in here, my range is in here, my consumption is in here as well. And you can kind of go through everything in the vehicle just at the touch of the button. So they haven't changed the screen at all, but with the EQ models you do get that EQ menu as well as a few other features in here as well that you can look through, and then fully customizable, so you can actually move these around. A lot of people say, Patrick, the EQ is the first button, but I want it to be navigation. If you press and hold, what people don't necessarily know is you press and hold and you can actually move these around. So it lights up like that, and then we just swap them like that. Now I have my navigation first, and then I go into my EQ after that. Great vehicle. I think it'll do well now that it is, you know, after the government incentive and the price reduction on the base MSRP, you're looking at saving over $10,000 in value for the same vehicle, in my opinion. Very good value. Get in touch with us because we do have 2024 EQB 300s and 250s on ground right now available for immediate delivery. It's Patrick at Mercedes-Benz Burlington. As always, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments if you have any questions I did not cover, and I'm happy to answer. We'll see you guys on the next one.